Well, hello, I'm Tom Marseille. I'm a principal consultant here at Sazan Group. We're a MEP engineering firm and really have worked with Mason Health for quite a few years now. Well, right now, I'll talk about what I'm doing specifically. There's some other projects as well. But two things for Mason General, for the hospital itself. One is we are trying to help you guys meet the requirements of the new Washington State Clean Building Act, which is basically requiring you to meet a certain level of operational energy efficiency or performance that can be measured and shown to meet a certain target. So we're actually helping you scope out a plan to do that. So that's one of the things I'm doing. The other thing I'm helping you with right now is one of the architects you guys work with is helping you create a master plan to look ahead for the next, I think, 20 years for that campus. And so we've been providing sort of, they're looking at it and thinking in terms of where do you put an addition on, where do you, when you make the big moves like that, or you move various programs around within the hospital, well, the mechanical and the electrical and the plumbing have to follow that around. So we have to be able to say, okay, if you do that, the implications for putting this addition on or doing that there, what is that? So we try to help them understand that as well. So those are the things I'm doing. I know we're also working on updating some of the systems that serve your ORs as well, but I'm not involved in that project. That's current stuff. We basically seek to enhance the mission of our clients, and that's one of the things we do, and that's one of the reasons I find it rewarding to be a consultant, if you will. I'm an engineer, but as a consultant, I'm there to serve our clients and to make them happy, and we include Mason Health as one of those people. So when a client's mission for what they do also aligns with our values as a firm, it especially resonates for us and often results in our supporting them in other ways, and this would be an example. So I say the value alignment in our case that I'm speaking about, our value, the Sazan value, is people first, which for us means, we consider our staff and of course our clients, but really we're also thinking about the larger community in mind, and we're trying to give back as we can. And so, in the case of this tournament earlier this week, we really love doing that, not just because of the golf, but really the cause, and that, the fact that you guys are providing, patient-centered, quality care in a rural community is really important. I mean, I sort of work with some other, smaller healthcare providers across the state, and there's some real challenges there right now in terms of providing services to those population groups. And so we really want to do our part to help, create a more healthy community, I guess you'd say, for Mason County.
I think it's a good tie-in with the alignment of the mission, vision, and values. I think that's really great. And I just, you may want to talk about your relationship with Brent Wilcox and how he's the co-chair of the event and how he introduced it to you and kind of how that helped you make a decision to be involved. That might be helpful.
Oh, well, I mean, Brent, OAC Services, that's who he's part of. They do a lot of work for a lot of clients that we know, and we're actually doing other projects with him right now in other areas. And so we know Brent because his focus is in the healthcare. Sazan does a lot of healthcare work, across the state and beyond the state too. So we have relationships with them, and Brent's somebody I know personally. Roy Nudo, who is sort of our golf man extraordinaire, who was out there on Monday. Knows Brent really well. And so, through those relationships, I think relationships is what leads to, the bigger relationships within the community and with clients and things like that. One of the reasons we really wanted to go as well and participate, besides supporting Mason Health, is, you get to play around to golf with Patrick O'Neill, who's in your facilities group, and people like that. And it just really helps when you know people in a couple different ways, just not besides the work environment where you're doing Zoom calls like this one or something,
That's perfect. That's great. That's absolutely great because two of our values are service and relationships. And so you weave that in perfectly. We'll have to have you back.
we just actually spent a lot of time here sort of codifying what we sort of already knew what our values were. And we finally sort of wrote them down. And the very first one was people first. And it's like, well, that just completely makes sense here. And we have the other ones, I think, too, but really relate to who we try to be. And so, we just really appreciate the opportunity to be a sponsor for you guys and to help you guys whenever we can in these kinds of things.